Hey guys, this is David Farkas from Red Dot Forum. So I left Miami yesterday, got to Cologne, Germany today, and already have hit the ground running. Photokina doesn't actually start until tomorrow morning, but Leica released some news early, and I'm going to go over a few of those points. We've already got all this coverage up on Red Dot Forum. You can check it out. So just reddotforum.com, and all that's there. But let me give you all the highlights. So first, we've got the long-awaited grip for the Leica SL, which is the HG-SCL4, kind of a mouthful, but basically it's a vertical grip for the SL that allows you to position the camera for vertical shooting without having to turn your hand over. It gives you the full dial controls, the shutter release, as well as the rear thumb joystick for doing autofocus selection, as well as autofocus activation. And then probably most importantly, the grip also allows you to use a second battery. So that way you've got two batteries in the SL, and you can probably get through an entire day of pretty heavy shooting. I know I usually go through, I'd say 2, and sometimes 2.5 batteries, maybe 3, if I'm really taking a lot of shots with the SL. But otherwise, I think that's going to get people through the day and definitely help with vertical shooting for doing portraits and other things, especially in studio. Next up is the 50mm Summilux SL Aspheric. Now, this wasn't a surprise. Leica announced this lens was coming back at the October launch of the SL, and from all accounts, one, it's pretty big. It's got an 82mm front diameter, looks to be almost the same size as the 24-90 zoom, but I've been told the priorities here were not based on size. It wasn't to make a small, fast, light prime lens. The goal was to set a new standard in optical design and basically raise that bar that Leica keeps raising up. And performance-wise, we're looking at something that's going to possibly outperform even the 50mm Apo Summicron for the M, which is as close to perfect as you can get for a 50mm. So I'm really excited about that lens. It's going to be available probably Q1, Q2 of 2017. So we do have to wait a while, maybe 4 to 6 months. But some of us don't have to wait too long. Tomorrow at Photokina, I'm looking to get my hands on one and hopefully take some sample shots with my SL and see if I can get those posted online for you guys to check out. Speaking of lenses, Leica also released their SL roadmap. So for those who have maybe criticized Leica for not being as forthcoming about what's coming and how can they plan if they don't know the full product range, first, we've got the 75 f2 APO, 90mm f2 APO coming next after the 51.4, then the 35 f2 Aspheric, and finally followed up by the wide-angle zoom, a 16 to 35, 3.5 to 4.5, and if it's as good as the 24 to 90 or 90 to 280, it's going to be a real treat. That could possibly be the finest ultra-wide-angle zoom ever made for any system, but of course, unfortunately, we're going to have to wait about a year to 18 months to find out because that lens is going to be the last to come out of those ones that were announced today. But I do think that the 75 and 90 Apos should be, again, phenomenal, probably better than their M counterparts, and the same goes for the 35 Summicron. So I think that's great. A lot of people have been asking about prime lenses for the SL. Native, here we go. Of course, you always have the option of using M lenses, R lenses, Nikon E-type lenses with the new NovaFlex adapter that was launched, Canon EF lenses, and Cine lenses, and even S lenses with the recently available adapter for the Leica S. So the SL really becomes the universal platform. The other interesting thing related to professional photography is that Leica created a new business unit, and aptly called Business Unit Professional. So they'll be basically in charge of the professional products, the S range, the SL, the recently acquired CNR, medium and large format systems, and then working also a little closer with CW Sonder Optic, who makes the insanely amazing Leica Cine lenses. So those have taken the cinema world by storm. just been on the market a few years, and now most of Best Picture winners or Best Picture nominees for Oscar last year were actually shot with Leica Cine lenses. So they've become the new de facto standard for motion picture production. So that's going to be interesting to see how Leica works that together. Heading up that division as the global director of the business unit professional is none other than our good friend Stefan Schultz. Stefan Schultz actually was the product manager of professional products. So he was responsible for the original S2, the S006, the S007, and the SL601. So I really don't think anyone is more qualified to head up that professional division than Stefan. And I'll be sitting down with Stefan later this week to go over his game plan, what he sees as the future for the S system, the SL system, possibly future products that could be integrated with CNR, and how that collaboration will work on the Cine side as Leica moves more and more into high-end video. So I think that's all going to be pretty interesting. So that's the news today. Please check it out at red.forum.com if you want to see all the in-depth information and some of my thoughts on that. Also, be sure to click the link here. Definitely give us a like, because that always helps. Subscribe so you can get more YouTube updates as we post more videos. Check us out on Twitter, again, red.forum, Facebook at red.forum, and keep it tuned right here. We've got your full Photokina 2016 coverage coming at you. Thanks a lot, and have a good night.